Okay, in this video, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a DXF file for the laser cutter or the waterjet cutter. Now, a DXF file just relies on a single sketch, so it's a sketch line, and that's all we're looking for. Okay, so I'm ignoring any of this 3D modelling. I'm just going to go File, New, Start a New Part, and click OK. Okay, so I'm in my new part. I've got my planes. They're hidden as before, but that's absolutely fine. We don't need to worry about that too much at the moment. I'm just going to go for a sketch, and it says which plane would you like to sketch on. I'm just going to sketch on this top plane here. Okay, maybe I'm going to right click to show where these other planes are, just so I can see them, so I might be able to set my references better. Remember, we've got our origin in the middle, our 0, 0, 0 point. Okay, so what am I going to do? I am going to create, I'm just actually going to use this polygon tool and create a really simple shape to be laser cut. Okay, so I'm going to select that tool, and I'm going to hover in the middle, and I'm going to snap to the middle, and I'm going to click and drag out. I'm just going to set this randomly. I don't really mind the actual size of this element. Okay, so I'm going to set that. I'm also then going to have a circle, and I'm going to have a circle in the middle from here to about there. That'll be fine. Okay, so basically I'm going to be cutting out on the waterjet cutter or the laser cutter this kind of nut shape. Okay, so we've got our polygon with a circle in the middle. This dotted line here, that's known as a construction line, and dotted lines on Solidworks and most CAD packages are for construction, so they don't influence the actual part when we go to extrude it. So for example, if I exit this sketch and I extrude it, just to show what it will look like. If I extrude this, you can see it looks a little bit like a nut. Yeah? I'm not going to bother extruding it, I'm just going to cancel that for now. Okay, so we've got this shape. How do we then send this data to the laser cutter or the waterjet cutter? Well, it's really easy. We're going to create what's known as a DXF file. Okay, and it's kind of a common file format for exchanging data, 2D data, across different CAD packages. So, here's my sketch. That's what I want. I'm going to go File, File, Save As, and here I'm going to drop down in my Save File Types and select DXF, which is, I don't know, about a quarter of the way up from the bottom of the list. DXF, that's the type of file type I want. I'm just going to call it Part 4, that's absolutely fine for me, and save it somewhere sensible. Click Save. Sometimes it'll ask you, do you want to rebuild the document before saving? I'll rebuild it, that's fine. Okay, so it now gives me this menu on the left hand side, so it hasn't actually saved yet, so don't think, oh, it's saved already. It hasn't saved, it's waiting for you to do something before you click the tick before it actually saves. What it actually wants to know is, because it's exporting a view, because this is a 3D modeler, we're in 3D space, all we want to do is actually export just this line work drawing. So it asks us, which view do we want to export? Now, we can see top plane. I've actually drawn mine on the top plane. We could use views to export current, and we can assume that I've already clicked on the top plane as my current view. That's an alright assumption. Looking at this, I would assume that that is correct. But just to make sure, let's go down and click on top. Yep, so we definitely know that we are going to export the correct view. Go up to the top, get rid of current. We just want one single tick there on that top view. Okay. Annotations view, yep, that's fine, we'll leave it like that. Output alignment, we don't really need to align it. We've aligned it correctly in our sketch. And click the tick. Okay, so what will happen now is the computer will work out, well, what does that path look like? And here it is. So all of these white lines will be cut by the waterjet cutter or the laser cutter. Remember, we're just exporting the 2D form in this case. So you could then, I don't know, cut this out with acrylic or wood or anything like that. And use it. Now notice what's happened. Well, it's actually exported those construction lines that we were using to build this shape. Now we actually don't want to cut those construction lines, so I've purposely done this to show you that you actually need to remove the construction lines before you finally export. But other than that, it all looks good. You know, we're happy with all those other white lines in that circle in the middle. Remember, it actually hasn't saved yet, okay? And you need to click the Save button to actually formally save it. So at this point, I'm going to cancel this save. I'm going to exit this Save As option, and I'm going to go back into my sketch. So remember, we're looking at going back into our sketches. So click on my sketch, go to Edit Sketch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my trim entities. On Power Trim is one I like, and I'm just going to go around and I'm going to trim all of those construction lines. Okay, click the tick, escape out. I'm going to do all that again. File, Save As, Part 4, DXF, Save, Top, Top, get rid of that, click the tick, and it will now show us the output. There we go, that looks a lot better. Those are the lines that I actually want to cut. Okay, so now just go Save on that. That saves it onto my hard drive, and I can now take that file, put that file on your USB stick, go down to the workshops and get it cut with whichever tools you want it to be cut. Okay?